and welcome to my second review of a Planet Zoo pack. Today we're taking a look at the Planet Zoo South America pack, as you can probably tell. Now, something else you can probably tell is that this is a map that's not flat. Isn't it great? Yeah, the South America pack comes with this one map, which is specifically South American Tropical, that you can use in like Sandbox, Challenge mode, and in Franchise mode. There we go. It's too late for these videos. And so it's a very, very nice map. It's quite big. I mean, it's as big as the others. It goes like down here and there, here. It's sort of hard to tell because like a lot of the space is down, but it's cool. You can definitely build like into the walls or something because you can't. Okay. Okay. I don't know what it was trying to tell me. You can build through the walls, obviously. As you can see, there's golden paths, and there's also normal non-golden paths that won't kill your eyes. These here, wooden bamboo paths. And then there's all of these blueprints here. These are all just like, sort of, I really like them. Temple blueprints, which is like sort of the general theme. You know, there's a tree house that you could maybe put into monkey habitat or something. More temples, there's some houses. So there's like more small houses here, yeah, that you could just place somewhere. These are all of the staff buildings, all in a very, very similar theme once again. And relatively simplistic. These are the toilets and the shop shelves. As before, no new stores. This is one of the shelves for exhibits, which we also have this medium one and a large one, which we can place here for some reason, because I don't know. And as you can tell, there's an animal in there, because we have a new exhibit animal. But later. Then there's a new bench with this anteater, and I absolutely love it. A new bin. A new table, and this new umbrella. There's also a lot of new construction items. Let's just go in here and filter by South America. As before, I'm just gonna quickly go through them and describe them a little. We've got a lot of like bamboo-esque things, a lot of straw roofs, a lot of these colorful items, but we've also got a gold llama, lamps and everything. It's all in this like very, very pretty flowery style, which I like. You can't use it everywhere, but I like it. A lot of temple pieces as well. And for walls, we've got this rock wall, and we've got it in a dyeable pattern, so you can just go and color it whatever, which is really great for temples. And some wooden poles. So that's that. In general, I feel like this is a little more versatile than the ones that came with the Arctic, simply because you could probably use this in different regions. But let's just continue. Right, now for nature, that is still from me picking an animal. There are actually some that are exclusive to South America, which is the Brazil nut tree in 3 versions, 3 sizes pretty much. These small bromeliad plants, they're just small green plants. These Cecropia trees, which are actually, even though I can pronounce them, amongst my favorite trees in the game. These 3 versions of them. I just think they look cool. I don't know. Orchids in a few different versions. These plumeria flowers, which are a little darker. You get this stem fallen mossy tree thing, which animals can actually climb around, and if you do properly, then you get a lot of these hanging moss curtains and tendrils, so that you finally have more things to hang off of somewhere. There were also a lot of plants released with the release of this game in a free update, so I'm not showing those because you should have the free update. And now we're moving on to the most interesting part, the animals. Now some of you might say, there's 3 habitats, do we only have 3 habitat animals? No, we get 4 habitat species, but one of them happens to be, 2 of them actually happen to be in this because it's an interspecies habitat, because we get 2 animals that get along. And additionally, we've got this little guy up front. Oh, well, really these little guys. Let's see if I can spot him. An exercise of the eye, right? Well, paradigm blind. Nothing new. There's red-eyed tree frogs in here. Should be red-eyed tree frogs in here. But, you know, frogs, there's more. They might be sitting somewhere beneath a plant that I placed and I can't see them. Oh, there's one. Look, there. It's so freaking tiny. It's right there. Can't zoom in. No. I can't really find the second one either. But yeah, there's red-eyed tree frogs in there. 2 of them. There's plants you can use. There's sprinklers and there's foliage to cover the area. For those guys. They're also frogs. So, you know, usual frog stuff. Here we've got our first new animal, which is the llama. Sadly, no alpaca, but llamas. There we are. They look pretty happy now. I love their ear movement. It's so cool. Like, I don't know if any of them are gonna move, but sometimes they move. Yeah, look, sometimes they move their ears, and it's so cool. Yeah, hey, hello. Come on, yeah. Very, very nicely done. They look so fluffy. I love it. It's and also the medium-sized shelter, and something that I incredibly love and that I use so often in the normal gameplay. These guys here, leaves. Habitat bedding, extra large leaves. This exists in all sizes. And it's leaves instead of straw, hay, habitat bedding, whatever you want to call this. You get actual leaves, which I feel is so much cooler for certain habitats and certain animals. So I do use this quite often. And I have like 4 or 5 of them in here. You can have a lot of llamas in one habitat, so there's that. They're also not too picky, and you know, they're okay with a fair amount of plants, so you can put them in a few different designs. You can even put them in a taiga area, you know, pretty cold area. Over here we've got our interspecies habitat with the giant anteater and the capuchin monkey. The full name is like, let's look it up. The Colombian white-faced capuchin monkey. The game usually just calls it capuchin monkey because that is such a long name. Ooh, yeah, fucking Go back inside. I'm gonna have to erase the walls. There's a jaguar. Yes, we are jaguars. For those of you who didn't see it. Is the wall too high? Maybe, but it's gonna keep them in. Back to the matter at hand. These are the capuchin monkeys. Small guys. They're quite cute. They can climb. Let's see if we can find any while they're climbing. I feel like the monkeys here really just prefer the ground, funnily enough. Like they're all just sitting around. But yeah, they can climb, technically speaking. They might even do it once every 10 years. And here we've got our anteaters, or giant anteaters, which is probably my favorite animal from this pack. I mean, look at them. Look at them. They have this huge bushy tail. And they're just so cute. Maybe that's just me. Maybe everyone else thinks they're weird. I have 2 of them in here. Once again, they're not the pickiest of animals. They also have, like, they don't care how many plants you have, so that's cool if you want to do a more like, individual design. Also means to compare them with almost every animal from South America, as long as this stuff here fits. So, there's that. And we got this little mound here, this natural termite mound, for some reason. Is in the base pack, even though it's for the giant anteater. I'm not gonna ask why. Oh, look. Can you actually try to swim while you just... No, you're not gonna swim, are you? Oh, come on. I love how the tail is wet now. You're not gonna swim, are you? Lost cause. Any of you feel like climbing? Maybe? But they are quite cute. And I like having more smaller monkeys. Because like we have a lot of apes, a lot of like gorillas, chimpanzees, whatever, but we don't have that many small monkeys. All we have so far is like lemurs and the other type of lemurs. Which, don't get me wrong, they're cute, but I think these would also, like, these all also make a nice addition if you want to have like a monkey area. And last but not least, in our high security prison, we've got 2 jaguars. It's Collie and his female. Now, these are really well made, and they're great looking. Let's see if we can find the other one. Where are they hiding? Where are you? See, that's what happens when I try to show off my animals. They run away. There. Oh yeah, there you are. Female and male. Just running around. So, as you can see, they can climb. Yeah, they do that, which is so cool. Like, not only can they climb, they actively need climbing area. And they just love jumping around and such. I also gave them this large shelter, which is the third shelter that you get with the game, with the golden llamas on top. And, you know, a little lake area, a little green area. More of the green bedding. And yeah, obviously they're very fast. But they do get along quite well. They climb more than my monkeys. Why are they climbing and the monkeys aren't? I did give them the same types of trees. Oh, there was one and then it jumped off. Are you okay? I think it's okay. Anyways, that's the South America pack. Now, this pack does not come with any career mode campaign thingies. None. 0. But in exchange, it has this exhibit animal, I suppose. Sorry. And, well, a new map. So, I feel like this is a little better for people who, like, don't want to play the career mode campaign, whatever. I'm gonna call it 50,000 things anyways. The map is a little hard to build on, so it might be a nice challenge for people. You can blind all of your friends with this golden path if you want to make their life a living nightmare. And, well, for my review, I'd give the pack maybe an 8.5 out of 10. I think maybe even a 9 out of 10. I'm gonna go for a 9 out of 10. It's a really cool pack. I like it. The only negative thing is that, you know, there's no sloths. Where are the sloths? Where are they? Where are my sloths? I want my sloths, but other than that, I like everything in it. I feel like these walls can be used in almost every biome, like especially like just rock walls. Like, you could have rock buildings everywhere. They do have like these temple-esque markings that do make them look like they're more Aztec, but you can use them somewhere else. All of this stuff works perfectly fine for any tropical build, even for African, like savanna builds and such. You can use all of this. Butterflies. These butterflies are so gorgeous. They're like lights, so they light up. I love these colorful bits. They just, you know, let you add a bit of color to your zoo. The pathing is nice. I don't know about the frog, like, I suppose it's a new exhibit animal. It's down there. It's tiny. It's an exhibit animal. Yeah. Love these items. So I just really prefer the style of this one over the Arctic pack. Because it's a style I use more, because I have more tropical animals, which is what happens when you go through here. You have a lot more animals that you can put in tropical biomes, or biomes with a tropical touch. Then you have ice bears, polar bears, snow bears. Also, they don't need 10,000 square meters of... This is always gonna happen, isn't it? Whatever. This is not an active zoo I'm playing, so it's fine. And yeah. There's a few plants that came with it. They're exclusive. One of my favorites. Still pretty cool. And that's probably it. Don't forget the golden llamas. Always get the golden llamas if you build a zoo. I'm gonna check. Anyways, I hope you liked this video. I hope it gave you a slightly better overview over what you do get and what you don't get in this pack. As said before, there are animal showcases uploaded by Planet Zoo, so you can just check those out if you want I think like usually 1 minute clips of the animals zoomed in at high graphics with a great habitat in the background. Usually also showing some animal babies and all that. So if you want more of that, that's where you can go. The pack is €10, $10, £8, just like the previous one. And in comparison to the previous one, it has roughly the same amount of content, I think. Like, you don't get the career modes, but you do get an additional habitat animal. And I feel like, I mean, you do get a new map as well, and I just feel like the stuff is more versatile. So there's that. Is it worth getting? If you play tropical zoos a lot, or if you use a lot of these elements, it's definitely worth getting in my opinion. It's not as restricted or restrictive as the Arctic pack, because a lot of these animals survive in a lot of different biomes. For example, as I said, these guys. Grassland, temperate, taiga. You've got tropical over here. These are also tropical, grassland, and temperate, I believe. Yeah. So like, even though they're all South and North America usually, you also have different terrains and such you can put them into. And let's just, for example, take a look at the llama, which I believe is the most versatile one here. Llama. This thing is fine in anything from -5 to 40 degrees. So, you know, you can put it literally everywhere except for the North Pole. And that's why I personally really think that this pack is, I don't know, worth it more than the Arctic pack. I'm not saying that the Arctic pack is bad, I'm just saying that the Arctic pack is something you probably play a bunch of times. Like, you make one Arctic zoo, then you, after 5 years, realize that maybe you want polar bears in your other zoo, and then you build a habitat, and then you realize that building a habitat for polar bears is crap, and then you don't. And then you put, I don't know, lions into it instead. Whereas these animals are more, you know, more everyday usage stuff, I believe. And the whole objects, in my opinion, are more, you know, versatile to use as well. So that is my opinion on all of this. Of course, you're allowed to have a different opinion. You will most likely have a different opinion, and that's fine. So anyways, I was hoping I could help you out a little. I hope you liked the video, and I hope I'll see you again in the next one.